Okay, this should go a bit better because I have no animation or videos, it's just slides. Fingers crossed. So thanks for having me, thanks for coming along. My name's Sophie and I am Creative Strategist at Propellernet. I say this. So for those of you who don't know us, Propellernet, we're a creative digital agency. We're based just around the corner in Castle Square here in Brighton. We work with lots of clients. I think Caroline mentioned earlier, one of our focuses is the fashion sector. We also look at travel clients, B2B clients, finance clients. So it's really varied what we do. Essentially what we do, in probably layman's terms, is create stuff that people want to talk about online for our clients. I say create, and we work with lots of different people to do that. But our role is very much doing the insight work and the digging to find out what it is that people actually want to talk about and what gets people excited online. I think it's fair to say that I didn't grow up wanting to work in digital marketing. I don't know how many of you did. Maybe just have a think back to what was it when you were little? What was that one job that you wanted to do? This was me, aged 6 years old. Back then, as I said, I did not want to work in digital marketing. I had my heart set on being a fashion designer at age 6. My best friend and I had scrapbook upon scrapbook full of sketches and drawings of things we were going to do. I was very fickle. I quickly changed my mind and decided I wanted to be a vet. I loved animals back then. And pretty soon I changed my mind again. I wanted to be a teacher. I really loved learning, and I wanted to impart that knowledge on other people. By the time I got a bit older, I changed my mind again, and I really wanted to go into journalism, and that's actually what I stuck with at that point. So I went to Bournemouth University, grew up just outside of Brighton, went to Bournemouth and studied multimedia journalism. Really enjoyed it, but then I came back to Brighton and I thought, what the hell am I going to do now? And it was all pretty scary. I actually managed to bag myself an internship at Propellernet. But again, I think it's pretty fair to say I had no idea what digital marketing actually involved at that point. I just thought I'd get to do some writing and kind of show off my journalistic ability. So actually, when I joined Propellernet, I've been there for 5 years now. As I say, I'm creative strategist. When I joined, and actually in the time before that, I think if you'd have asked people what digital marketing, search marketing entailed, you'd have got a picture very much like this. It was a very kind of grey, shady, black hat kind of art. And by that I mean there were generally a lot of kind of one-man band organisations doing things that Google didn't particularly like online in order to kind of trick people into getting to the top of the search positions. Today, it's very much not the case. The world of kind of online digital marketing is much more colourful, and it's really varied and fast-paced, and I think that's one of the things that I absolutely love doing what I do. So there's a huge mix of skills involved in digital marketing, right through from things like SEO and PPC, which have always been more traditional, into PR. So if you've got that kind of communications background, that's a great time to be getting into digital marketing now and combining that with the kind of more traditional techie world that it's been previously. So I just want to give you a bit of a feel of the week I've just had and what I actually do in my role now at Propellernet. So Monday and Tuesday, Waitrose is one of our big clients. As you can imagine, they're a huge organisation. They have lots of teams working on marketing already. But Monday and Tuesday, myself and a couple of colleagues were at their head offices working with their offline content teams on how they can bring online more into the mix and make it much more integrated. I love that because I got to put my teacher hat on and still live out those kind of teacher dreams that I had when I was younger. Wednesday, I was up in London, again for Waitrose, at a different agency of theirs this time. And I like to think that this was kind of living out my fashion designer, creative kind of hat. So we were actually thinking about Christmas, which is bizarre looking at the weather outside today, but thinking about how we can work with them to make their brand campaign for this Christmas really effective for online. And then yesterday, again, I got to kind of flex my journalistic muscle. I think the thing with journalism is that you get to be really nosy, and you still get to do that a lot in digital marketing. So digging about online, talking to customers, finding out what it is that really makes them tick so that you can create that amazing content for online that they really want to share and really want to talk about. That's just me. As I say, we've got just under 50 of us back in the office now, and on any given day, I think there's probably thousands of hats that we're wearing between us. So you've got some of the guys doing more of the kind of traditional technical stuff, so they could be looking into clients' websites, looking at the analytics behind them, trying to get an understanding of how customers are interacting and visiting the site. We've got a whole team of communications professionals who could be up in London having lunch with journalists, trying to build those relationships, speaking to bloggers. We run lots of blogger events, which are great fun and really build those relationships as well. We've also got content people, so going out and briefing people on creating assets, so games, videos, all sorts of things for online. So we're a really varied bunch, and that's what makes it really exciting, I think. Just to give you a feel for what we do, this is an example of us creating content that we absolutely love for ourselves rather than a client. So if any of you have ever been to the Propellernet offices or would like to come along, we have this up in the office, and it's called our Honeydrome. We've had a caricature artist come in and sketch all of us, and we have that in one of the doors in the office, and anyone who comes in instantly, it's a real conversation starter, but you can see hopefully how that would translate online for work that we do for our clients. It's creating that really unique, interesting stuff to get people talking. So if you take one thing from what I've talked about today, I hope you understand that with digital marketing, actually there are thousands of hats you can wear, and I've talked about hats a lot, so I apologise. But essentially, as I said, Propellernet, we're made up of such a mixed, varied bunch that I don't think it's fair to say that there's one route you need to take to get into digital marketing. Really find what it is that you're interested in and passionate about, and think about how you can apply that more broadly. You don't need to kind of know everything about everything. You can come into a digital marketing agency and really kind of show off your passion and wear that hat that it is that you really enjoy. So that's it. Thank you for listening.